Happy Thursday, guys. We're back with another episode of Terraining, where I'm using this team to just try to climb on the VGC 18 ladder as I go along the way. We're going to be using the same team we've been using the past couple days. Been working pretty well. Um, pretty well. I mean, we're like 3-2. Unfortunately, guys, I accidentally disconnected when I was trying to record a stream earlier, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. So I did lose a game, but we are going to be around 3-3 with our team. We should be above 1500, I would assume. That is, so I apologize for that. But anyway, the team has actually been performing really well. The two losses we did have were just doing a little unlucky RNG. That wasn't in our favor, but that's just how it goes. Sometimes, it's the game we play. So we're gonna be 3-3 right now with a rating of 1507. Just trying to see how we can do. We're gonna play around 2 games today and just see if we can climb a little bit higher. If you guys aren't familiar with the team, it is going to be Scarf Smeargle, Specs Porygon Z, Mega Pidgeot with this is kind of a round team with Pheromosa, Smeargle, Porygon Z, and Pidgeot having round. Just because I wanted the round stab from Porygon Z, I felt that was really strong without locking yourself into like a Hyper Beam type of move, or that wouldn't have been as effective. Cradily is there just basically just so we don't kind of get dumpstered by the rain matchup. The rain matchup's still not very good, but it does definitely help that we do have Storm Drain. And the Terrakions there with the synergy with the Smeargle also provide pressure on Kangaskhan and stuff. So, hopefully we can find a match pretty soon. We are currently just, this is a ladder reset, so not a lot of people are really high on the ladder, so I don't think it will be too difficult finding a match. We're definitely just chilling. The team is a lot of fun to actually practice, and actually we do get our first match. It's going to be a 1450 rating from Japan. Their team is going to be a little bit scary, not gonna lie. It's going to be Gyarados, Kangaskhan, Ninetales, Alolan Sandslash, Mandibuzz, and is that what is that? Oh, the Stakataka. My apologies. So their sand mode's pretty terrifying. Smeargle is definitely the better in this matchup. I know that Alolan Sandslash isn't that fast. It'll probably still outspeed Smeargle though, which is unfortunate. I do definitely want Pidgeot here because we do have Heat Wave. I know it's like probably shouldn't bring that, but it's our best answer, I believe. Terrakion's still pretty good in this matchup. And I think Pheromosa's pretty good as well, just with like, I mean, you know that like high jump kick's just gonna deal a ton. I think we go out Porygon Z on the bench. The Heat Wave pressure is gonna be pretty good, especially if we can put stuff to sleep with Smeargle. That would be very great. Just trying to prioritize getting rid of the Sandslash, because after that, Terrakion just kind of has a decent matchup with the rest of the team. Because it can one-shot like 5 of their members. So let's hope we can get past this guy. This guy isn't rated too high. He might not have a very phenomenal team. He does just choose to lead the sand mode, which is kind of to be expected. And he does lead Ninetales Sandslash. That'll be, for those unfamiliar, Slush Rust is on the Sandslash, which is essentially like Swift Swim, which doubles your speed. I think he's going to prioritize killing the Pidgeot this turn, so I'm going to just protect, and I'm going to Spore the Sandslash. Sporing the Sandslash just means that it can't move the next turn, because I know it will move first. Sandslash really isn't that strong, so I don't know if it can even kill my Smeargle. I mean, I know Smeargle's pretty frail, but I feel like this is a safe bet, and since Pidgeot's the Mega on my team, he might just try to prioritize it for the knockout. So, we do see the Sandslash actually go for the Aurora Veil. That's really interesting. And that means Ninetales might be going for like a Blizzard, which is fine. We do get to put the Sandslash to sleep though, which is really good. And Ninetales does just go for the Blizzard. Good thing we protected, because we're not going to take a lot of damage. Smeargle does live, and thank goodness I don't get frozen. So that means I have a relatively safe play of just Heat Waving. Of course, I'm going to Mega Evolve. You Heat Wave, and you just Spore the other target. Ninetales won't be able to move, because that's just the way Spore works and puts your Pokemon to sleep. So Sandslash is guaranteed to not wake up this turn. It could be something like the Focus Sash, which wouldn't be surprising considering it went for the Aurora Veil. I know there's other variants, like in 2017 there was like someone cut with Steel EMZ, Ekidoko like Tapu Koko. Ground EMZ was popular a little bit for Arcanine, but we're just going to have to see. Heatwave Spore is probably our best play this turn, though. Definitely covers a lot of options. Sandslash does just stay asleep for another turn, and we do get to put the Ninetales to sleep, which is very good. So hopefully, we do connect on both of our Heat Waves, so that's great. And Sandslash is taking, actually just gets one shot, so that's probably even better for us. And Ninetales takes its first turn of sleep. So that turn, getting the Sandslash knocked out was really good, just because Sandslash was really threatening just with to our Mega. I know Blizzard's not gonna Blizzard's gonna do a little bit of damage, but yeah, definitely getting rid of the Ninetales was my priority. This turn, I think I'm just gonna double protect. There's a 30% chance the Ninetales wakes up. Heatwave still does a decent chunk of damage. And if he fakes out my Pidgeot, I just get the Kangaskhan to sleep for free. And then Terrakion can come in. So I'd assume it's just going to fake out and then just kind of burn a turn. Getting the Heatwave also is definitely the priority, though, because it means it's a 3-hit KO onto Ninetales. So if Ninetales doesn't wake up, I'm actually probably in a really good spot. He does fake out. It is going to be on the Pidgeot, actually. Interesting. And that's A-okay, because we just get a turn of sleep. So now it's actually probably beneficial for us if Ninetales does wake up, because then we don't have to burn a turn. But, you know, it's still okay. We're still, he still isn't moving, so that's very good for us. I think we want Smeargle for the late game. I'm going to switch Smeargle out. Just judging on what he has, what does he have in the back? He's got... Yeah, there's 3 Mons that all take super effective damage from the Terrakion. So I think I'm just going to Heat Wave this turn, and I'm going to switch into... I think I'm going to switch into Pheromosa, because I'm okay with Pheromosa just dying. Kangaskhan actually switches out, interesting, and it's going to be into the Stakataka, which I'm completely alright with. Because it means I just get extra chip, which is definitely preferred. If Ninetales wakes up, that's okay. He's just going to go for Blizzard. And I don't think that matters because Hail's going to knock me out, but I think that might be Specs. That's really interesting. What do I do here? Maybe that does just kill Pheromosa and I just don't know my calcs. That did a lot of damage. Okay, so I don't know if beat up's the best call in this game. I definitely want to I think I'm just going to Spore the Ninetales and I'm going to Fightinium the Stakataka. Because I could, even with the Aurora, I'm sure close combat just kills, but the Fightinium's just a little bit safer. Alright. So we do pick up the knockout. Wait. Did we move before the Ninetales? That's weird. Okay. Maybe I just didn't see that right. But we will pick up the KO on the Stakataka here. Aurora Veil should wear out, I think, this turn. The Stakataka does go down. Yeah, we're faster. That's really weird. Hail does go away, and the Aurora Veil's gone? Yeah. That's super interesting. Okay, so now I just have a really safe play. Unless Ninetales has something like Moonblast, it can't really threaten my Kangaskhan that... Oh, Kangaskhan's asleep, actually, so, I think I definitely just prioritize, I don't know how many turns of sleep the Kang has. No, I went for fake out and then switched out. Yeah, he can't wake up this turn. I just spore the Kang, and I think I just... I don't know. I don't think it matters what I do as long as I connect with Rock Slide. Because I'm faster than the Ninetales. That's so weird. So as long as I connect on the Ninetales. Yeah, and I do connect with both. So now I just win. Good game to my opponent. It was really a pretty scary team. Just really weird sets. Like, I don't know why his Ninetales underspeeds Terrakion, because Ninetales should be max speed. But that's okay. I just quick spore again, and I close combat the Kangaskhan for the win. And that'll be the game. So a good game to my opponent. I think his name was TFM or something. Really cool team. Scar Smeargle just, like, that's kind of why I put the emphasis on putting the Sandslash to sleep, dealing with that, because I feel like that was the biggest threat to the team. Especially to our Mega. That was definitely priority. So, just getting rid of the Sandslash the second turn of the game with Heat Wave, like, that was huge, just because it meant that Terrakion just kind of, like, dominated, especially since we outspeed the Ninetales, it just kind of dominated the rest of the game. So we're going to be able to just hop right into our next battle. And now our rating is 1521 with a win-loss of 4 and 3. But yeah, that was a whack team. We're facing Loxy, I don't know, for a rating of 1597, so he's probably a pretty good player. And oh, this is pretty scary. Okay, so Smeargle Terrakion is probably our best way to win this game, just because I doubt anything. He could be Scarf Landorus, which would be pretty annoying. But other than that, he doesn't have a whole lot that can, like... I think Terrakion Pheromosa is our lead here. Smeargle in the back, just with the extra pressure. And Porygon Z is actually really good, just because Specs Hyper Beam almost OHKOs everything on his team. I would assume it's something like EV Landers, but it could definitely be just the Choice Scarf variant. I'm not 100% sure. But I do think those are the 4 I want to bring to this matchup. Terrakion has a decent matchup if I can get past the Landers. And so Pheromosa just kind of threatens the Landers immediately. Also, if he leads something like Kangaskhan Cresselia, he'll probably just fake out my Pheromosa so I can get Aurora, which is definitely good. He does lead Kangaskhan Crest, so I think I'm going to go for a high jump kick into the Kang, and I'm going to roar out the... That sounds really weird. I'm going to roar out the Cresselia. I don't think he'll just fake out... I don't think he'll fake out my Terrakion here. Pheromosa is normally the threat just because, like, Crest can kind of win the 1v1. Icy Wind could definitely be really bad here, and I didn't even account for that. Crest actually just goes for Ally Switch. That's pretty lame. So we do get the high jump kick. It's going to be on the Crest. It's not going to do a lot of damage. We do see... I hope the... It's actually a Drain Punch. That's weird. Okay. Does not kill, which is pretty good. And we are just going to roar the Kangaskhan out, so we don't really want that here anymore. Snorlax, okay. So... Normally they, like... From previous experience, they Ally Switch twice. So I think that's what I'm going to go... But, like, Ally Switch doesn't gain him a lot here. I'm gonna roar the Snorlax, and I'm gonna high jump kick it. Snorlax actually switches out. If it's into that Feeny, that could be pretty good. I just get extra chip. He could definitely just Psychic or something here. That would be definitely an optimal play. So we do get the high jump kick off. It is going to connect. It's going to deal decent damage. Well, yeah, it actually did more than I thought. And now I do roar the Feeny out. If it's into Snorlax, that's actually not bad. But it's going to be the Kangaskhan as it goes for Trick Room. This is, I would say it's suboptimal. So we don't have a lot to stop this Trick Room. The Ally Switch is definitely good. He didn't Ally Switch that turn either. So I'm going to protect. Actually, no. I'm going to just double the Kang because he can kill one of my Pokemon. And if Crest has Ally Switch, it most likely only has something like Icy Wind or Ice Beam, which I don't know is going to be enough to kill my Terrakion. So the only thing you could do is like Ally Switch again. But I'm going to just kind of go with this. He just Ice Beams. I don't know if this is going to be enough to kill my Terrakion. It actually is, yeah. So that was bad. Okay. So I have Smeargle and Porygon Z in the back. Wait, this isn't looking too good, guys. This isn't looking too good. Okay, so we have PZ and we do have Smeargle. I should definitely make PZ slower just so I can combat Trick Room a little bit better with like the nuke. I'm gonna just. So here's the deal. This game's probably over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna Hyper Beam one of the slot. I'm gonna Hyper Beam the Crest in case it Ally Switches, and then the Spore will redirect into Cresselia. He actually Helping Hands. Dang. Okay. Yeah, this game's pretty much over. And his Kang's slower than my PZ. This game's over. That's a really interesting set. And that's definitely like, that's a comment I'll make about it. After revealing all 4 moves, like, there's just so many things you can work with. So like I know that like the Cresselia's only move is Ice Beam, so that allows me. This is also if I'm using like a real team. I know this team's kind of heat, but definitely there's ways to play around this team. This is more of a I feel best of one team just because my team's definitely best of one, but his as well because like once you realize that Cresselia only has Ice Beam as a move, if you're using a real team, you can just kind of get away with it. You can just kind of remove all of its threat, all of like the other threats, and Cresselia is just kind of a dead weight. It does have the Ally Switch redirection, but that's not as reliable in the best of 3 because they know about it. I know that you can obviously mispredict, but either way, like especially with the spread moves that are in the game, such as like Charizard, Heat Wave, Landorus, Earthquake, it's really hard to use that really effectively, especially with only one attack move on the Crest. I remember I was playing on Battle Spot a couple of days ago, and he had no attack moves. It was Helping Hand, Light Screen, Ally Switch, Trick Room. And so I played him later on in the day, and while that caught me off guard in the first game, it made it to where like I didn't have to even worry about the Cresselia, and if I removed 3 of the Mons before he removed my 4, I automatically won, just because I could deal damage and he couldn't. So with those type of sets, they're really interesting. I do feel like they're better in the best of 3. I mean, I feel like they're better in the best of 1, but that doesn't mean that that team's necessarily bad, and especially since you have to qualify the Japanese circuit through best of 1, I think that's completely fine. It's just a little weird to play just because you're normally like, oh, is it gonna Psychic? Is it gonna? Cresselia just has so many tech moves, just like the Trick Room, the Skill Swap, the Ally Switch, the Toxic, the Calm Mind, the Ice Beam, the Icy Wind, the Psychic, the Psyshock. You know, like there's so many moves it can get, and you could reasonably argue that you could put any of them on a team. So it's just really hard, especially in a best of 1, to predict a Cresselia set. He definitely outplayed me during the game though, as he got the Trick Room up for free. It was really really hard to stop. My team has a weird matchup to Trick Room, which is why I have Spore and I have Roar, so I can just kind of deal with it a little bit better. Maybe that's a thing I should have did in the game. Smeargle Terrakion's pretty good, because like it forces them to fake out Trick Room, you know. Pheromosa Terrakion was definitely like, it put on a lot of offensive pressure on the Kangaskhan, but he punished me really hard with the ally switch. So that was just really just something to consider going it forward. It allows me to flowchart the matchup a little bit better in my favor. This team's obviously just work in progress, you know, but it's definitely a fun team. I'm actually having a lot of fun just blathering a couple games with it, and I hope you guys are too. If you guys want to leave a like or subscribe to our channel, please definitely do so. Tell people about it. We're definitely just having fun. We're trying to provide you guys with decent content and analysis about our games, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will see you guys next time. We're gonna be wrapping up the team tomorrow on Friday, and we're gonna be just hopefully gonna be able to pick up 2 wins as we wrap up the team. So I appreciate you guys all coming out, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.